Hi everybody. So I'm continuing my series on dark psychology. I want to talk about the power of words, otherwise known as honeyed words. This is very common in the beginning stages of an abuse cycle. When somebody's love bombing you, you use the power of words, flattery. You know, they think you're perfect. You know, you're perfect in every way. You're beautiful or handsome in every way. You're my knight in shining armor. You're my princess. You know, you're my one true love. You know, and the notion here, the idea behind it, is when an abuser has picked a victim who is insecure, who has low self-esteem, who is looking for a way out, they use the power of words to build you up and inflate you artificially so that you are confident. You know, finally you have somebody who believes in you, who's going to build your confidence. And that's what you're supposed to do in a relationship, right? You be honest, but you're there to build each other up. You're not there with the intent of building somebody up so that they fall even harder. You know, love bombing is the name of the game when it comes to a narcissist. Love bombing's one, flirting is one. You know, they have all the right things to say. They're good with words, and they suck you in. They make you feel good, and so now you feel like you're this good person, this perfect person. And then they enter into the construction phase, you know, which is where they start wanting to fix the small flaws. Like, yeah, you're perfect. I just wish you would do more with your hair. You know, yeah, you're perfect. You're beautiful, but you want to do some lunges? You know, they start to plant innuendos, and I've talked about that in another video. But in this construction phase where they're presenting you with multiple images of yourself. They're bringing you up, then they're tearing you back down. They're telling you that you're perfect, but you're also flawed. And they create this duality, this multifaceted image where, okay, you know, I feel beautiful. You know, he makes me feel beautiful. I hear this a lot. He makes me feel beautiful. He makes me feel special, you know, or she, you know, she made me feel, you know, she appreciates the things I do for her, you know, she makes me feel like a good provider. She makes me feel like a man, you know, she appreciates the sacrifices I make and how hard I work, right? That was something I experienced because it was always, there was always a problem with income. I always needed to make more money, and then I always needed to spend more time with family, and I needed a job that wasn't so stressful, but I need to make more money. You know, it's abusive. You know, so using these honeyed words in the very beginning, and they have no intention at all. They don't actually see it this way. Sometimes they do. I mean, if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, they may actually see you legitimately as being perfect, as being their unicorn, and they want to chase the unicorn because they can only see you as either perfect or flawed. And so they see you as the unicorn at first, and then they build you up, and then they start noticing all your imperfections. And then they start wanting to fix these little imperfections. And, you know, the power of words, you know, emotional abuse is 95 to 99% verbal. Because when emotion is narcissistic abuse, if it's not physically violent, you know, if you get physically violent, then you have grounds for a restraining order. You can put somebody in jail. It's domestic violence, etc. But outside of that, saying mean things is protected by the First Amendment. And you know, it's all words. You know, that's the amazing thing. Like, so it's either all words or the lack thereof. It's entirely a linguistic way of abusing, because of the things that are said, you know, and all of that. Now that, you know, there's, you know, things that they do, you know, when it comes to, you know, money and bills and buying stuff, right? But you know, the brunt of it all is just with words. They're gonna, you know, tell you the things that you want to hear, so that, and especially during the phase of hoovering, right? So I mean, in the beginning, it's love bombing, all that stuff. You go through the cycle of abuse. You have the huge falling out, the big explosion at the end. You know, you're both like, fuck you, I'm ignoring you, I'm ignoring you too. And then a few days later, it's like, I'm sorry, you know, I lost control, you know. And they come back, they start sucking you back in with the honeyed words, with the things that you want to hear, not with the truth, not with how they feel, not how they really feel. They're telling you the things that they have to say to get you to suck back in. You know, it's interesting, once you know the pattern, and once you recognize when you're being hoovered, try this. In another video, I've talked about how silence can drive somebody nuts. When somebody's hoovering, that's exactly how no contact is effective, right? Somebody's hoovering, and you say nothing to them while they're hoovering, you'll see them just cycle through all of the key phrases that they use with you. An abuser who doesn't have any key phrases, it doesn't take much reading. These are the phrases that you should use with a girlfriend who's mad at you. Like, honestly, like Google that, look it up. When your boyfriend or girlfriend is mad at you and is not talking to you, try these key phrases to open them back up to you. It's a Google search, right? It's messed up. You know, if you've abused somebody and they've left you or broken up and all that stuff, then here's how to get them back. You know, getting an ex back. That's hoovering. Sucking you back in. Just, you know, getting an ex back is different from abuse, clearly. But, I mean, it's out there. It's what they use to suck you back in. It's a Google search. And so when they're hoovering you, when they're trying to suck you back into the pattern, and you stay quiet, try this next time. When your abuser's hoovering, sucking you back in, get online and Google how to get your boyfriend back or how to get your girlfriend back. Google it when they start. And match up what it is they're saying and doing to these articles. So I can promise you it's not genuine. I can promise you, if your abuser's a male, when he starts sucking you back in, it's because he's horny, he wants to get laid. Plain and simple. When a female starts hoovering you, it's because she either wants to mess with you emotionally, or she wants you to buy her something or do something for her. You know, like, you know, come over here, I'm really horny, and you could go over there, and then she's like, say, could you hang up that picture? See what I mean? So when they're hoovering you, when they're trying to suck you in, do a Google search. And I mean, even if they're not doing it, do it anyways, because you know, hey, the more you know, right? It's all out there. How to get somebody back after especially when you're wrong, when you've screwed up, and you want to get somebody back, and it is your fault. This is how to do it. And then all you have to do, hell, they probably do that, and then they just copy and paste the shit into their text messages. You know, now that I think about it. have some boilerplate responses, auto phrases, whatever. Like, you can have that on your phone, and they just go through the list of it. It's insanely fake, and you don't realize it when they're doing it. But now that you know, because you watched my video, you're a little bit better now. You're a little smarter and a little stronger. You're welcome. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I got on this one. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any specific examples, I always love to get comments from you guys. I think I cleared a dozen subscribers recently. So my little channel is growing, but I like having a small channel anyways. I'm not trying to do, I'm not trying to get likes or monetize this channel. The smaller it stays, the better. You're probably watching this because you met me in a support group and I gave you a link. So, in any case, I like hearing from you guys because I've probably talked to you a time or two. So give me some thoughts, give me your feedback. So I'm not a crazy person talking to my phone. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next video.